Land is one resource you can't create. What we have, it's finite, so we have to take care of it.
The one route would have taken almost everything and put us between two roads and wiped us out totally. The other route goes between my son and I, and that would take a lot of the farmland and put a hardship on me at my age coming up. I'm 81. And the third route will take his house, well, two of the routes will take his house and barn.
It will be primarily the lower part of the farm if it's done the way they say now. It would probably, depending on how wide the road is, it will put us out of business.
Well, we just looked at the PennDOT metrics that they presented at their most recent public meeting, and that chart showed about 38 properties that they were investigating. We know there are more farms than that, some smaller, some scattered around, but 38 was the number that PennDOT came up with.
Preserving farmland is really important, especially in central Pennsylvania. I mean, everywhere, but here we have the opportunity to build in resilience to climate change in our local area because we have the ability to produce food for our local residents. So preserving farmland does provide that resilience for our community. But from a wildlife or natural resources perspective, farmland is also open space. So when we put easements on farmland, we are preserving that open space, we're preserving that opportunity for the future to use the land to the best benefit of people and wildlife. And so that's why I think farmland preservation in central Pennsylvania is so important.
An animal needs to survive, and that's air, water, and food, and the food comes from the farm. In Pennsylvania, in 5 years, between the years of 2017-22, there was over 6,100 and some acres of farmland lost in the state of Pennsylvania alone. When are we going to learn that we've got to start thinking more positive about our farmland?
Depending on the route that's taken, it will have a major impact. Agriculturally, it could be devastating. Done carefully, it could be a benefit.
So the character of this area is linked in many different ways to the history of State College and Penn State. The Farmers High School originated here many years ago. This is a rich agricultural area. The heritage is with agriculture and the outdoor world.
Well, I think that one really important thing to remember is that this is the gateway into State College. And so whoever comes here for a game or for an event or to bring their student to school, it's a gateway into this area. It should be part of the fabric of the land, and it should create a new experience as they come down that hill off of the 4-lane and enter into this historic district. And the design is going to greatly impact how these resources are avoided or how they're destroyed.
So Clearwater Conservancy and our partner, the Center County Farmland Trust, have easements on 3 parcels that will be intersected by the proposed road alignments. This roadway project skirts Tussey Mountain and the Seven Mountains. Those are headwaters for Sinking Creek, which runs into Penns Creek, and for Spring Creek. Both of those are high quality cold water streams, so they're loved by fishermen. They have really great freshwater benefits for species.
Our son was working here, and at the time we had multiple types of Christmas trees. And somebody said to him, "Joel, how do you know what tree is what? They all look alike to me." Joel's sister had bought him a pair of underpants that had Christmas trees on them with the different names. Joel bent over, dropped his pants in the middle of the floor with all of the customers, and said, "I just look here."
We were traveling down this busy highway and turned on to Little Darlington Road, and it was like going from from today's world to the past, and it was so fresh and so nice to see. And then we turned to go up into the beautiful barn and houses that they had there on that farm, and it was just my first real experience of a family who truly, truly loved the land like they did in the family and God. They have brought me some hope that our younger generation is trying hard to find out how to do roads or whatever in a better way, that it's going to be less effective to our land and our properties, and also showing that they care enough to come out and talk to us and treat us like they care. That means a lot to those of us who are in the position where we are being
It has brought exponential value to this project. You all have helped us with the help of Professor Marriott and all of the folks at Landscape Architecture that have leaned in on this project through Share It, through programming, through student presentations, through booklet. And I think that doing this is valuable not only for this project, the State College Area Connector project, but it's also valuable in future projects that are around the county, around the country, really.
Please take my house and barn if you must do this, and leave me the farmland. I can replace buildings. I cannot replace farmland.